GMNA uses artificial intelligence for generated speech, visuals, and production. AI-generated content may contain errors. Please verify important information before making decisions or taking action.
Good evening, Wildwood. I'm Jessica Hart. Tonight we'll break down the shocking teen assault case in North Wildwood, share today's sunny surf forecast, and celebrate our local beach bar landing a USA Today Top 10 spot. Traffic's smooth, no disruptions. Over to you, Jake.
Youth for Christ is hosting the Heatwave community event this Saturday afternoon on the Wildwood Boardwalk, offering free hydration stations, local musicians, and family-friendly activities.
The Heatwave event runs from 1 to 4 p.m., featuring a splash zone for kids, a local art showcase, and volunteer information tables.
All proceeds from the Heatwave benefit Youth for Christ Summer Scholarship Program, supporting high school seniors pursuing vocational training throughout the Wildwoods area.
That's the community's Summer Splash, a free gathering for all ages, plenty to do today, so let's begin our morning together. Good evening, Wildwood. 2 young men have been charged with a violent assault in North Wildwood today. The incident occurred in the downtown area near the boardwalk, and witnesses reported hearing loud shouts before police arrived. Police say a 20-year-old man and a 17-year-old boy carried out the attack, though details of the incident remain limited. Investigators collected forensic evidence and statements, which they say confirm the involvement of the 2 youths. The charges were filed following an investigation that linked the pair to the scene, and authorities are now pursuing the case through the county courts. This development comes as the Jersey Shore grapples with a recent uptick in crime, prompting heightened vigilance from law enforcement agencies along the coastline. Residents have expressed concern over the pattern of violent episodes, and officials say they are monitoring the situation closely. The suspects face serious felony charges, and their next court appearance is expected later this month.
Today's forecast for the Jersey Shore brings bright sunshine across the coastline, with temperatures climbing into the upper 70s and light breezes off the Atlantic. NJ 105.5 reports that the surf will stay moderate, offering conditions that are comfortable for both seasoned surfers and casual beachgoers. Wave heights are expected to hover around 2 to 3 feet, with occasional sets reaching 4 feet as a gentle swell rolls in from the east. The boardwalks from Atlantic City up to Wildwood should stay dry, making it a perfect day for strolling, biking, or setting up a beach umbrella. UV index will be high, so sunscreen is advisable. Overall, the weather promises a classic summer day on the sand, with clear skies lasting well into the evening.
World Wrestling Entertainment is set to bring its 2 flagship shows back to Jim Wellen Boardwalk Hall tomorrow, marking the first appearance in nearly 20 years. The events, scheduled for Monday, will feature the brand's top talent in a night of high-octane matches that fans have long awaited. Organizers expect a sizable crowd from the Wildwoods area, with the Boardwalk venue poised to become a hub of excitement for the region. The return follows a decades-long hiatus, underscoring the venue's renewed appeal as a major entertainment destination. Ticket sales opened earlier this week and are moving quickly, reflecting strong interest across the tri-state market. Attendees can look forward to classic WWE drama, elaborate production values, and the chance to experience live wrestling history for fans right on the Atlantic City Boardwalk.
Morve Miley Cruise American Legion Post 524 is set to send 3 military families on a week-long getaway to Ocean City, New Jersey, this July. The organization said the vacation is meant to give the families a chance to relax and enjoy the summer together after months of deployments and relocations. Each family will receive lodging, meals, and access to the boardwalk, beaches, and local attractions, all covered by the Legion's fundraiser. Post members plan to present the families with a welcome packet on arrival and will host a brief ceremony at the hotel lobby. The gesture reflects the Legion's ongoing effort to honor service members and support the loved ones who stand beside them. Families can look forward to a brief respite from daily challenges, with plenty of sunshine and seaside fun on the horizon.
Earlier this month, the Greater Hammonton Chamber of Commerce wrapped up the 40th annual Red, White, and Blueberry Festival in Hammonton. The weekend celebration honored the town's famous blueberry harvest with a packed lineup of local foods, handcrafted vendors, and live music on multiple stages. The vibrant array of local foods, colorful crafts, and lively entertainment kept attendees engaged from morning until night. Over 3 days, families sampled blueberry pies, jam-filled pastries, and savory dishes, while artisans displayed quilts, pottery, and seasonal decor. The festival's concert series highlighted regional bands, drawing crowds that lingered well into the evenings. Organizers said the event continues to boost small businesses and showcases the community's agricultural pride. With the final fireworks display lighting the night sky, the town closed its longest-running summer tradition on a high note, promising another vibrant gathering next year. Up next, the Youth for Christ Heatwave community event ignites our boardwalk, plus a glance at today's sunshine. We will be right back.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches, no middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
Welcome back. Here, the latest headlines, then we'll turn to Jake Callahan for today's local stories as we keep you informed.
America 250 is staging a live reenactment of the Battle of Turtle Gut Inlet right here in Wildwood today. Actors in authentic Revolutionary-era uniforms and period-accurate gear move along the shoreline, recreating the 1776 clash for the dozens of visitors gathered on the beach. The day's program presents a series of short scenes that trace the battle's timeline, allowing the audience to watch the colonial militia face the British fleet. Organizers explain that the performance is part of the America 250 series, a nationwide effort to mark 250 years of American history by spotlighting pivotal revolutionary moments. By bringing the historic engagement to life, the event gives locals a tangible sense of the early war's challenges without leaving town. The reenactment runs through the afternoon, offering families, school groups, and history enthusiasts a chance to see the battle's key moments unfold in real time.
The Cape Express Beach Blast soccer tournament is underway on the Wildwood Boardwalk, offering beach lovers a chance to watch competitive soccer right on the sand. Saturday opened with a lively opening match, and today the action continues as teams from across the region battle for points in the second round. Organizers say the two-day event aims to bring together players and fans who enjoy the sport in a seaside setting. Both youth and adult divisions are competing, with the boardwalk's historic pier serving as a scenic backdrop. Local cafes report a steady stream of visitors enjoying the games and grabbing coffee between matches. Spectators can stroll along the promenade, grab a bite from local vendors, and catch games on the temporary stands set up beside the ocean. With the final matches scheduled for later this afternoon, the tournament promises a festive atmosphere for anyone walking the boardwalk this weekend.
Today's heatwave brings a splash of activity to Wildwood as Youth for Christ kicks off a 5-day community event. Running through next Tuesday, the program offers free games, live music, and service projects designed for families and teenagers coping with the summer heat. Organizers set up stations at the town park where kids can join water balloon contests, learn basic first aid skills, and help tidy nearby sidewalks. Local bands rotate on a small stage, giving budding musicians a chance to perform while residents enjoy a cool breeze. Volunteers from churches and schools are on hand to distribute water bottles and sunscreen, reinforcing the outreach focus. The event aims to give youngsters a safe, fun place to gather while encouraging them to give back to the neighborhood during these warm days.
Wildwood's Boardwalk Authority rolled out a fleet of electric Volvo tram cars on May 8th, replacing several of the aging diesel units that have served the strip for decades. The sleek, quiet vehicles glide along the boardwalk, cutting emissions and offering smoother rides for families strolling from the arcade to the beach. Boardwalk operators say the upgrade preserves the classic trolley experience while bringing modern technology to a beloved summer staple. Local commuters and tourists alike will notice the reduced engine noise, making conversations on the promenade easier and the seaside air fresher. The authority expects lower operating costs, which could help keep ticket prices stable for regular riders. With the new trams in service, Wildwood's iconic boardwalk ride steps into a cleaner, more comfortable future for residents and visitors.
Today, USA Today placed Wildwood's iconic beach bar on its list of the nation's 10 best beach bars. The honor comes from a public vote poll that praised the spot's lively atmosphere and the way it captures the boardwalk's energy. For locals, the recognition shines a spotlight on the thriving nightlife that draws families and visitors alike to the shore. Bar owners said the award reflects years of community support and the effort to keep the venue welcoming for all ages. Tourism officials noted the ranking could boost summer traffic, giving nearby eateries and shops a welcome lift. As the bar celebrates, patrons can expect the same breezy music, signature cocktails, and sunset views that earned it a place among the country's top beach destinations. Regulars say the bar's laid-back vibe and friendly staff make it a weekend staple, reinforcing Wildwood's reputation as a must-stop for beach lovers.
Let's get a look at your weekend outlook with our weather team.
A steady mid-latitude jet and neutral pressure keep tonight's sky clear and temperatures locked in place. On this date, the town saw an all-time high of 88 degrees set in 2021, a blistering peak that rode the tail of a lingering late spring heat wave across the region. Just 4 years later, in 2024, an unexpected cold snap drove the thermometer down to 49 degrees, the lowest ever recorded for June 28th. By contrast, the climatological norm hovers around 74 for the high and 62 for the low, putting today's moderate range firmly in the middle of the historical spread. The live radar canvas is entirely quiet, no rain echoes across the basin. A high-pressure ridge sits over the area, capped by a westward moving jet at 64 miles per hour that suppresses lift and moisture influx. With the air mass remaining stable and dry, there is no signal to chase. I'm now shifting focus from the radar silence to tonight's atmospheric outlook. At 6 p.m., the sky is partly cloudy with a temperature of 72 degrees, humidity near 88%, and a dew point of 68. Pressure is near average and holding steady, while the jet stream streams overhead from the west at 64 miles per hour, reinforcing the quiet pattern. The lack of lift means clouds will drift lazily eastward, never thickening enough to produce rain before midnight. The ultraviolet index sits at 8, and the wind will peak at 11 miles per hour from the east, well below the threshold for noticeable gusts. No weather alerts are active, and the night will transition to overcast conditions around 7 p.m. as the low clouds settle in. Monday brings a high of 73 and a low of 66, with fog developing after sunrise as radiational cooling settles under the lingering high pressure. Tuesday climbs to a high of 77, low 66, and remains overcast as the same ridge persists, keeping the sky thick but dry. Wednesday clears dramatically, offering a high of 77 and a low of 72 under a building ridge that promotes sunshine and light breezes. Thursday continues the clear trend, warming to a high of 82 and a low of 73 as the jet stream nudges slightly poleward, allowing warm air to surge northward. Friday caps the stretch with a high of 88 and a low of 77, a clear sky day that showcases the full strength of the ridge before the next system approaches. The sequence delivers a steady rise in temperature and a gradual shift from fog to persistent sunshine. And that's your weather. Remember, the local sunset is also available as a podcast. Listen anytime on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts.
After the forecast, we'll check traffic, preview today's Youth for Christ heatwave and Cape Express Beach Blast, sports recap. We will be right back.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches, no middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
All major routes are clear this morning. Route 1, Route 2, County Road 5, and the Garden State Parkway are flowing freely, with no reported accidents or construction. The downtown streets around Main Street and the Boardwalk corridor are moving at normal speed, and the ferry terminal approach shows no holdups. Drivers heading east toward the beach can expect smooth travel for now. Looking ahead to this afternoon, keep an eye on the usual rush around the shopping district and the highway exits near the mall, where traffic tends to build after lunch. The Parkway entrance at exit 24 often sees a slight slowdown as commuters return home. If you're heading to the stadium for the evening game, expect moderate congestion on the access road near the arena after the event. All local bus lines and the commuter rail are operating on their normal schedules, with no delays reported. Overall, today's road conditions remain favorable.
Wildwood Friday night fireworks blaze across the boardwalk tonight, a dazzling display that turns the shoreline into a sea of color and music, perfect for a family night out or a romantic stroll. The America 250 reenactment of the Battle of Turtle Gut Inlet unfolds today in Wildwood, where volunteers in period costume fire cannons and stage the historic clash, giving history lovers a vivid glimpse of the revolutionary story that shaped the Jersey coast. Over at Fox Park Amphitheater, the concert series launches this evening, offering a lineup of local bands that will fill the sand with rhythm and summer energy, ideal for anyone looking to unwind after a day at the beach. Looking ahead, the Crest Arts Pavilion opens tomorrow with family-friendly performances and interactive art installations that will run through August, a must-visit spot for kids, creators, and anyone craving culture by the water. And now here's Luke with sports.
Here's the latest on Philadelphia teams and a surprise baseball signing. Reports indicate the Flyers' prized defenseman Rasmus Ristolainen remains on the market, with several clubs circling general manager Danny Briere for a deal. Sources say the Toronto Maple Leafs may have complicated negotiations, leaving the Flyers with a first-round pick as their asking price. The Flyers unveiled their 2026 development camp roster Sunday, kicking off a 4-day on-ice showcase. Prospects will report Monday for the first session, giving coaches a chance to evaluate the newest talent emerging from the recent draft. Philadelphia's 6 selections at the 2026 NHL draft drew mixed reviews. Analysts noted 3 defensemen, 2 goaltenders, and a center, praising the club's ability to trade down while questioning the overall impact. Overall, the draft class landed the Flyers in the middle of the pack. Assistant GM Brent Flahr spoke after the draft, saying the Flyers' scouting board was cleared early as targeted prospects were snapped up. He mentioned a flurry of trade-up calls that soon fell silent, leaving the team to adjust its strategy on the fly. Defenseman Darnell Nurse, now 31, has reportedly told Edmonton he prefers a move to Philadelphia. With a full no-movement clause, he submitted a short list of destinations, and the Flyers appear among the few teams he would consider. Veteran outfielder Tommy Pham, 38, signed a minor league contract with the Phillies, according to ESPN's Jorge Castillo. The deal could mark his 11th major league organization and includes an opt-out clause that could allow him to pursue a major league roster later this season.
The Wildwood Crest Fishing Pier on Heather Avenue in Wildwood Crest is gearing up for a major expansion. This beloved spot, where families cast lines at sunrise and locals share quiet moments over the surf, will stretch an additional 1,250 feet into the Atlantic. The longer deck means easier access for anglers of all ages, more room for sunrise picnics, and a better view of the beach's ever-changing colors. City officials say the project will boost tourism and create seasonal jobs, while longtime anglers say the pier is the heartbeat of our shoreline community. In Wildwood, the pier isn't just a structure, it's where generations gather to feel the tide and each other's company. And later, we'll celebrate the Wildwood Beach Bar that just cracked USA Today's Top 10 list. A true local triumph. Stay tuned.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches. No middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
Inside the towering World War II hangar that once echoed with carrier deck planes, the Wildwood Aviation Museum is buzzing with families, history buffs, and local artists. Today, the museum's annual Wings and Things Festival has turned the historic space into a community market. Wooden tables display seashell mosaics beside vintage postcards, while the scent of caramel drizzled pretzels drifts from a food truck parked under the high arched rafters. Children dart between polished B-24 fuselages, their laughter mixing with the strum of a folk trio playing on a stage beside an antique car polished to a gleam. Guided tour weaves stories of the Naval Air Station's wartime pilots, and a retired flight instructor pauses to hand a young girl a replica wing pin, her eyes widening as she imagines herself in the cockpit. The moment that ties it all together is the spontaneous applause that erupts when a local historian reads a handwritten letter from a 1943 crew member, reminding everyone that the hangar's walls hold both triumph and tenderness. It's a reminder that when a community gathers under one roof, the past feels alive and the future feels hopeful.
On the wide stretch of sand that hugs the Wildwood's shoreline, families, surfers, and retirees alike are gathering under a bright July sky, their umbrellas dotting the beach like a patchwork quilt. Today, the community celebrates a 3rd consecutive honor from USA Today's 10 Best Readers' Choice Awards, naming our free public beaches the top shoreline in New Jersey. The award feels like a shared trophy, the result of countless sunrise clean-ups, a volunteer patrol that sweeps the dunes each evening, and the city's commitment to keep parking free and lifeguards on duty. I watched a young girl in a bright red swimsuit pause to pick up a piece of driftwood, then hand it to a volunteer who tucked it into a recycling bin, a small act that echoes the spirit behind the recognition. As the tide rolls in, the sound of laughter mingles with gull cries, reminding us that a beach is more than sand. It's the people who care for it. It's a reminder that when a community works together, the reward is something everyone can enjoy.
Thank you, Wildwood, for joining us on the local sunset. Tonight's highlight, watching the Ocean City Legion surprise 3 military families with week-long trips, reminded us all of community spirit. I'm Jessica Hart. We'll be back tomorrow with more local stories. Stay safe and enjoy your evening.